Well, good evening and welcome to Serenity Night Live 101. I am your host, Reverend Gregory Espy, and I'm here on location with my dear friend and colleague and producer, John Walsh. Say
How's
hi
it
to the
going,
people.
folks? Welcome to Serenity Night Live.
Yes, and we are so glad that everyone who has chimed in with us tonight to be with us to take a few moments out of their busy schedules to just relax and sit back and take some time to meditate and reflect. I'm currently uh, at Fort Mason in San Francisco. I have a beautiful view of the bay. I'm looking at Alcatraz to my right, and I see the ferries moving towards my left and the Golden Gate Bridge, and it's just really so calm. It's been a beautiful day in the city. Nice cool breeze, not a cloud in the sky. And this is just a very serene moment. And I'm just grateful to the Creator that He's allowed me to be able to have this day. There's a saying, for this is the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice and be glad. And I'm glad today to be able to have this opportunity to share with you just a few things. Maybe that's going to help lift up your day, encourage you, strengthen you. I'm glad to have my brother John with us. We prepared a very wonderful show for you on this evening. Um, and as always, we want to let you know that there is a very profound purpose for these shows. And the number one thing that we're trying to help not only ourselves, but anyone who is in need of some serenity. There's two things in life that you must have. That's peace and joy. And we want to help everyone find that peace. So tonight, no matter where you are, you could be at home, you could be at work, you know, get comfortable. Sit back, loosen up your clothes, kick your shoes off, and just for the next few moments, let's just let's just think about everything that's beautiful right now. Think about everything that's good. And we're going to open up with the Serenity Prayer. And if you do not know it, we're going to share it with you, and hopefully you'll be able to use this in your everyday life. And it's very simple. And it simply says, grant me the serenity,
The serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage
courage to change the
to
things
change
that
the
I
things I
can,
can,
and
and
the
the wisdom
wisdom to know
to
the
know the
difference.
difference.
And that's one thing that we want to focus on. Grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. If it's not within my power to change someone, then I'm not going to worry about that. That's one thing that you cannot do. You cannot change any person. The only thing you can change is how you react to other people, other things. So, one of the things we're going to focus on tonight is accepting that understanding that I can't change any person. I can't change the weather. I can't control any of those things. The only thing that I can control is myself. And we're going to practice that. We're going to talk about some things tonight. We're going to talk about in how Paul talked in First Corinthians. Talks about everything is permissible for me, but not everything is beneficial to me. But one thing, I will not be mastered by anything. And what we're going to also talk about tonight is not allowing our emotions, our our feelings to control our actions. And so we're going to learn how to take back our serenity. There's a saying that it says the kingdom of heaven suffers violence, but the violence take it back by force. And the way we do that, we're going to take everything back that the enemy has stolen from us. We're going to take that back through our faith, through our meditation, through our prayer life. And prayer is just simply agreeing with the creator on that which you purpose in your life. If you believe that it is the creator's will that you will have peace and serenity, well then that's what you're speaking into your life tonight. You're going to speak peace, you're going to speak happiness, you're going to speak prosperity, you're going to speak healing. And we know that that is the will of the Father, because he says, I will that you would prosper and be in good health as your soul prospers. And part of that prosperity is making sure that you have serenity. And so tonight we're going to learn that we're not going to allow all the things that goes on in the world and then around us to control how we feel. Like I said, right now I'm sitting in a beautiful location. I'm looking at the mountains. I'm looking at the sea. And I'm believing that what has been taught to me, what has been promised to me, that I can ask anything of the Father. And if I have some problems in my life, I have some issues in my life, just like I'm looking at this mountain, I'm taught by the word, it says that I can command that mountain to be moved. And everything in my way, in my path, has to be moved by my faith. And that's one thing we're gonna talk about tonight, is by having mountain moving faith and having the confidence in knowing that through Christ all things are possible. And that should give us a bit of serenity just by having that assurance. And that's another thing about understanding serenity. Serenity is having an insurance policy, knowing that you can do all things through Christ that strengthens you, long as you believe. So, like I said, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And that's very, very important, to be able to know what I have the ability to change and what don't I have the ability to change. And the one thing that we do have the ability to change is ourselves, and how we feel about life, how we feel about people, how we feel about whatever. And that's the most beautiful thing that we can work on from here on in. I don't have control over what people think. I don't have control over what people say. But what I do have control over is my own actions. And right now, I'm asking the creator to give me the courage to control my own actions. I can, like the word says, I can do anything that I want to do. But that doesn't mean it's going to benefit me. And one thing that we've been talking about, and what you're subscribing to come in to realize with us this evening, is that there's so many things that we allow to control us. Meaning, and speaking of certain substances, a lot of times we'll say that this person is causing me to feel this way, or to act this way, or to do this or that. But really, when we do that, we are giving away our power and giving that power to someone else. And we're speaking that into existence. So the reason why I'm feeling this way, or the reason why I'm angry, or the reason why I'm upset, is because this person did that. And now we're passing the blame on that person for how we feel. But yet we're the ones that are in control over how we feel. But yet we're giving away that power because we have empowered someone else. Like when we say, Steve makes me sick. Every time I see Steve, he just makes me sick. Or Shannon just makes me sick. Every time I see her, she just makes me sick. Well, that means you have given away that power to Steve or Shannon. So every time they see them, because you have spoken that into your life, now your body actually goes through a physical change where through the thought process of your mind, because you have spoken that into existence, because you have thought that. Now you are actually sick by what you have thought. And that's like when we say, well, you know what, I'm stressed out, so I need a drink or I need to get high. Well, guess what? You've already planted that seed in your mind that you think that you need to drink or you think that you need to get high based on your feelings. Well, that situation is now dictating how you are going to be influenced. And that's something that we want to take control over. What I like to do in my life from here on in is not allow anything to take control over me ever again. I will not like to be influenced by anything other than my faith. And that's our topic for tonight, influenced by faith. I don't want to be influenced by people, places, or things. I want to be influenced by what I control. I can't control the world, I can't control anyone else, but I can control how I feel and what I think. And right now, I choose to think positive. I choose to think on things that's going to be uplifting. As Paul said, think on those things which are good, think on those things which are pleasant. I'm not going to focus on things that are negative. I'm going to only focus on things that are positive. I'm not going to focus on what I do not have control over. I'm only going to focus on the things that I do have control over. And what I do have control over is my own actions, my own emotions. And I will not give away my power or empower any person, anything, and let that thing take dominion over me. I choose today, and I've asked the Creator, I've asked Yahweh, my Father, to give me the courage to take control over my life, not what my loved ones feel, or my friends feel, or what society feels, or anything else. What do I choose? Today, I choose to be healthy. Today, I choose to be sober. Today, I choose to be free. Today, I take back everything that the enemy has tried to take from me. And that gives me serenity. And, and the definition of serenity is calmness in simple form, just to be calm, to be absence of basically drama. It's like Mary J. Blige said, there's no more drama. And I choose today not to have any more drama in my life. I choose today to have joy in my life. And so I choose to be able to enjoy this life healthy, sober, and I choose this life to be happy. And I dictate now what makes my happiness. It's not uh, society's definition of happiness. It's what my definition of happiness is. Right now, I'm happy because at this present moment, in this moment that I'm in right now, everything is good in my life. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that life is perfect. I'm not saying that I have a mansion and a yacht. I'm not saying I have everything that I desire to have, which I'm speaking into my life that is coming. But I'm saying in this present moment that I'm in this exact moment that I'm in right now, it's all good. I have my life, I have my strength, I have the activities of my limbs, I have goals, I have desires. I'm actively working towards achieving those. The sun is still shining. The air that the Lord provides for me, it's still here. I'm still breathing. I'm blessed. I'm empowered to prosper. I have everything that I need, but I want more. It's like the prayer of Jabez, increase my territory. So I'm happy right now. I have no sad song to sing. I have peace right now. Why? Because I decided today that I'm going to take the moment to enjoy everything that life has to offer. Everything right now that I'm enjoying is free. It's a free gift. I'm enjoying the serenity of my atmosphere and my environment, and it's free. And that's one thing I want to encourage you to do in your life. Start taking advantage of all the luxuries that is provided for us absolutely for free. It doesn't cost you anything to go to a beach and to sit on the shore and just watch the waves come in. It doesn't cost anything to go to a park.
I did multiple videos into it.
We're back. There was a little technical difficulty there, that you know, but we're
Yeah.
back. And again, just thank God for the ability to connect and reconnect. So one of the things on tonight we want to get into is how do we get this serenity, and how do we keep this serenity? Well, it's going to take practice. And one of the things you have to do is make time for yourself to treat yourself. I have a slogan: don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. And you owe it to yourself to be good to yourself, to take moments out of the day, 5, 10, 15 moments, minutes out of the day, to just sit back and be still. Sometimes don't do anything at all. Don't think, don't over process anything. Just sit back and just listen to that still small voice within yourself. This is how we learn how to control our emotions. Before we can control anything, can we just learn how to do nothing at all? That's really, really hard for a lot of us. And that was always one of the biggest problems that I had, because I always felt like I had to be doing something. I had to be busy, busy. I had to be working. I had to be doing something. I had to be making something happen. But I learned that word busy is like it's an acronym. BUSY. It stands for bound under Satan's yoke, which really means that sometimes we think we just always got to be moving, always got to be trying to make something happen. Yeah, we heard that old expression: an idle mind is a devil's workshop. Oh, yeah, that's true. But see, sometimes you have to be able to shut your mind down and just listen. Listen to what Yahweh, our creator, or your father, is saying. There's a scene in a movie that Will Smith did. I think it was I Am Legend. And there was a scene when the monster was trying to get to them, and it was him and this young lady and her baby, and she was telling them that, God is talking. God is always talking. So the problem is no one is listening. We're so busy always trying to do stuff, and we're so busy trying to talk, that we don't take the time to just be still. And the scripture says, be still and know that I am God. We have to learn that. That's an art to practice, is just being still. So today, if you're listening to my voice, just kind of slow it down. Take a few deep breaths. Relax. Maybe you think that you have to be cooking right now, you have to be cleaning right now, you got to go do this or that. From now on, 7 o'clock Saturday night, take some moments out of your time, tune in, just shut it down. I like to empower you, give you the authority to say, it's my life. I choose right now just to be still, just to listen. Later in some other shows, we're going to have different music for you and different guests. There'll be some PowerPoint presentations. Our producer John has some wonderful things in store for you. Like today, I'm actually out remote. I'm on location. Sometimes we'll be live and we'll be in studio. But today I just wanted to really enjoy this day. It's been a beautiful week. A lot of great things has happened and has transpired in my life. I'm excited because we're making some moves and we're doing some positive things personally that's got us on the path to uh, really set things in motion uh, to accomplish some goals in life, and that's a good thing. And for that, I'm grateful. And I just want to be able to just take that time out today just to reflect, just to reflect. I remember years ago we used to hear the old timers say, "When I think about the goodness of Jesus and all that He's done for me, my soul cries out, Hallelujah! Thank God for victory." And on to tonight, I'm shouting. I'm grateful for the victories, for every mountain that He's brought me over, and for every valley that He's brought me through. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that today that, like I said, I'm healthy, I'm strong, I'm clean, sober, I'm free. And that's all because I made a conscious decision not to allow myself to be mastered by anything, anyone. The only thing I own in my life is me. The only thing I can control in life is me. So I decide from here on in, I am not going to allow any person to control me. I will only be influenced by my faith. Faith is the substance for things that are hoped for and the evidence of things that are not seen. And my faith has the capabilities of unlocking all doors, moving all mountains. And if I have the faith that can move mountains, if I have mountain moving faith, surely I have the strength to be able to keep my temple clean, sober, serenity. And that's one thing I'm focusing on so much is to make sure that my mind is serene, to make sure I have peace, to make sure that I'm not at war within my own mind, and that I'm enjoying this serenity, this peace that has been promised to me. And so that's one thing I want to share with everybody. Don't give up your serenity. Don't give up your peace. Don't give up your joy. You know, they have this old song, the joy that I have, the world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. Well, the world can't take it away, but you can certainly give it away. You know, you can look at the news and you see all the different things. You see all the bad stuff that's happening, and earthquakes here, and storms, and murders, and this and that, and all that's sad. And we always want to be mindful to, pray that God will comfort those that are lost and hurting. But you can't get bent out of shape and get broken because of what's happening, because we've already been taught there's always going to be wars and rumors of wars, and there's always going to be famine, there's always going to be floods, all those things are going to happen. But the present moment that you are in right now, if you have strength in your body, if you have eyes to see, ears to hear, if you have a portion of your health and your strength, enjoy that and enjoy that peace. Learn to enjoy life, live it to the full. The other day, I was having a conversation with someone, and I asked, what do you really want out of life? And they said, well, I just don't want to struggle. I just want to be able to make it without struggling. And I said, well, see, that's a problem right there. If that's all you are seeking in life to accomplish is not to struggle, then that's what you go do. You go struggle. Because depending on what your definition of struggling is, or what struggling is not, you will always be trying just to make it. In the book of John, chapter 10, verse 10, It says that I have come that you may have life and life more abundantly. That means an excess, a stockpile, an over amount. And I'm not just talking about material things. What I'm talking about is peace, joy. See, because you can have all the money in the world and still be miserable. You have millionaires and movie stars and folks that seemingly have everything. And next thing you know, they're taking their life because they were stressed out. See, the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. But then when he said, but I come that you may have life and have life more abundantly to the full, to enjoy it. It's okay to enjoy life. I want to give everyone permission today. Enjoy life. Enjoy everything around you. You don't have to drive a Maybach or a Maserati to be happy. You don't have to have a mansion. You don't have to have a yacht. What you do have to have is peace. That's all you want. But if you get peace and you calm your mind down, you'll actually start being able to focus your thoughts and focus your energies. Now, if you take your plans and your goals and your dreams and your ideas and learn how to relax and start channeling that energy and start focusing on things that are positive and not focus on things that are negative, but focus on everything that's positive, you'll find out you'll start accomplishing all those dreams and goals that you have. So that's part of this Serenity one-on-one, learning to focus on everything that is positive. So I want you to do something tonight. I want you to sit back after the show was over. Take a pen, pencil, piece of paper, sit down, and actually write out a goal that you want to accomplish in your life. Not 10 goals, one goal. Think about something that you really want in your life. And be specific. Scripture says you have not because you ask not. And when you ask amiss, meaning that you really don't know what you really want. And so how can God give you the desires of your heart as he promised? He said, I will grant you the desires of your heart if your ways are pleasing to me, if you don't really know what you really desire. You got to know what you desire. And I want to empower someone today to know that it's okay to desire to have the abundant life, full of prosperity, full of health, financially, mentally, physically, romantically, emotionally. You don't have to be poor. You don't have to be sad. You don't have to be broke. We don't have to have any of those things. So sit back and say, this is what I want in life. And figure out what it is. If it's complete healing, complete deliverance of something, just say you want it. Say, I want to be free. I don't want to be bound to anything. I don't want to be mastered by anything. I don't want to be influenced or under the influence of anything other than God. Because if I'm influenced by God, then I know that if I align my life up with his desires, and I know that his desire is that I prosper and be in good health as my soul prospers, and my soul really means my life. He wants my life to prosper. He wants me to be happy. He wants me to be healthy. He wants me to be free of drama. He wants me to be financially independent. He wants me to have more than enough. I remember years ago when they used to talk about there was a gas shortage. A lot of people don't remember that back in the 70s, they used to say, oh, well, there was a gas shortage and they had odd and they had even days. And according to the last few digits of your license plate, If it was odd, you had to get gas on odd days. If the number was an even number, you went to got gas on the even number days. And people say it was a gas shortage. Well, that was over 40 years ago. What happened to the gas shortage? And I've told people all the time, there's no shortage of anything that the Creator has provided for us. This earth has never run out of anything. There's no shortage. Everything that we need, Jehovah Jireh has already provided. Everything that we need is already here in the earth. Gold is, as much as it's worth right now per ounce, they're still pulling it out of the earth. Diamonds are still being pulled out of the earth. In Africa right now, the dirt itself, they found out that the dirt it has the raw minerals that's in it, the raw materials in it that we use for the intricate uh, details of the cell phones, for the batteries, in the dirt. So in places in Africa, they're literally bagging up dirt and they're selling it to Korea and they're using it for the technology that goes into the cell phones. Dirt, which is amazing because there's an old African proverb that says that dirt is worth more than diamonds. And that was something that was said years and years, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, perhaps thousands of years ago. And literally right now, they're literally bagging up dirt, and that dirt is being processed, and they're taking the natural minerals out of that. So everything is here. Everything is here that the Creator has provided for us. I'm looking at the ocean, and fish has never ceased to come out of the ocean. He's already provided everything, like Martha Manuzzi said, everything that we need. He's already provided. All we have to do is think about what you want. So what is it that you want today? Do you want to be totally free? Do you want to take back control over your life? Do you want to go back to where you had that health and strength, where your mind was clear and sober, when you had that childlike faith to believe anything? I give permission right now to say, you know what? I do deserve that life. No matter what I've done, no matter what mistakes I've made, my Father loves me so much, He's already promised this to me. And the only one who can keep me from having this is me. So I won't be mastered by any negative thoughts, any negative feelings. I won't be mastered by people who have said that I will never accomplish anything, that I'll never have anything. I won't be mastered by that. No, what I will do is empower myself. So, today could be the beginning of the rest of your life. That you'll learn to just take control of your life. Be determined today that you will not be mastered by anything other than your own self. So Paul said, everything is permissible for me, everything is lawful for me, but in everything ain't beneficial to me. But one thing, I will not be mastered by anything. And I want to relate that to, I can think any way I want to. I can feel any way that I want to. I can say whatever I want to. But that's not going to always benefit me. What I want to do is speak positive into my life. I want peace. I want happiness. I want joy. And I deserve it. And you deserve it. So for on this day, don't allow yourself to think negative anymore. I'm gonna take a few minutes right now. Just think positive. Think about everything that's beautiful with your life right now. Think about all the accomplishments that you have achieved in your life. Don't. It's easy to think about the negatives. Think about the accomplishments. The accomplishments. Think about all the good things that you have done. Don't think about the failures. We all are going to fail. In fact, if you're going to be successful at anything, you're going to have to learn how to fail at as many things as possible. Failure is a natural part of life. Baseball, you have players making $200 million. They don't bat 1,000. They strike out. Barry Bonds and Babe Ruth struck out more than any other players in the history. They also hit more home runs than anybody else also. So you can't be afraid to fail. There's a scripture that says that we can fall 7 times, but we can get back up again. You may have fallen, you may have made mistakes. That's all right. You go do that. I've made a ton of them. I make them all the time. I make them every day. But it doesn't stop me. I keep pushing. Push is another acronym I like to use. I've heard push, pray until something happens. And that's what I like to do. No matter how hard circumstances get, I keep pushing. I just keep praying. I just keep speaking it into existence. Change. And by my faith, I know it has to happen. So my life is dedicated now to my serenity. Nothing is more important than my serenity. I used to be a person, I used to get angry and let my emotions get the best of me. And I started that when I was a little kid. I used to be one of those people. If I lost something in a game or something like that, I get mad, want to punch walls and do all that type of stuff like that. I don't do that no more. A wall, I realized and learned that you punch the wall, you put a hole in the wall and break your hand at the same time. It didn't change the wall none. You just end up with bloody knuckles and a hurt hand. I realize now, hold your peace and let the Lord fight your battle. The scripture says, cast all of our cares on him because he cares for us. And I've learned how to do that. Instead of me trying to fix it, all the problems, I've learned how to give it over. And I guess that comes with wisdom as you get older. And that's back to the serenity prayer. You know, grant me that wisdom. And I've learned how to do that. And I've learned how to get up, like the Colorado Mass Choir says, get up, step back, and watch God move. I share with you tonight, I guarantee you that if you will decrease and let God increase in your life and just let him know what you want him to do and let him do it, it will get done. That's how you move mountains. Because you don't have to physically go move that mountain. But having faith, and not just having faith in God. And I don't want to say this and mess a whole lot of people up, but I want to mess you up. It's because it's not good enough just to have faith in God. You got to have the faith of God. That mountain moving faith. You got to have that faith that understands that greater is he that is in me than me that is in this world. And that's that faith of God, knowing that God is in you, working in you, working for you, for your good. That's why I say all things work together for your good. To them that love the Lord was called for his purpose. And every single one of us has a purpose in this life. And that purpose, number one, is to be free. That purpose in this life is to live this life abundantly, with peace, with joy, with happiness, with prosperity. That's the plan and purpose for each one of our lives. That's why he says, I will for you to prosper and be in good health. So take advantage of that. Claim that gift. That is a gift. It says every good gift comes from the Heavenly Father. That's a gift. Receive this gift. Many times in life, we are presented with gifts, and sometimes we think, oh, I don't like the gift. And we never utilize the gift. Not realizing that if we would have accepted it, just simply accepting the gift, how it could have benefited your life. It's free. Again, like I said, this gift, Serenity. I know we live in the Bay Area, a lot of things going on. A lot of times we think we always got to be out doing something. But take that moment just to enjoy yourself. Enjoy that peace. Go do this. Find someone today. Let them know that you love them, that you appreciate them, that you're glad about them. Pick up the phone and call somebody. I have a plan tomorrow. I want to go see someone just to let them know that I love them and I'm thinking about them. Someone I haven't spoken to in a while. And I want to make sure I do that tomorrow. And like I said, let's just take time to do those things. So hopefully you get your homework assignment out that you're writing down this one thing. Paul said, this one thing that I do, I forget about it, those things that are behind me, and I'm pressing toward the mark for the prize of the higher calling, which is in Christ. Forget about those things that are behind you and press towards the mark. What is that mark that you want in your life? Think about it. What do you want? And write it down and tell your father, I want this. I no, not that you want it. You desire it. You desire it. This is my desire. I desire it. What do you desire in your life right now? The reason why I didn't say write down 10 things, start with one. When you come back next week, we'll do another one. But right now, what is your number one priority? What's the biggest thing that you want right now? What is that desire in your life that could change everything in your life? Change your surroundings, change your family, change your children's. What is that one thing that you desire so much that could do that could liberate you right now, that could break the chains that are bounding you right now? What is that one thing? What is that thing right now? Think about it. And if you don't know what it is, pray and ask God to reveal it to you. Say, Lord, reveal to me what is that one thing that I need most from you. This one thing. Lord, what is that one thing? God asked Solomon, you know, I'm going to give you one wish. What is that one wish? What is that thing that you want most? I'm asking you now. Ask God, Lord, reveal to me that one thing. That one thing that can just change my entire life. I need that one thing. I desire that one thing, Father. For some of us, for some of us, like Solomon asked for wisdom so that he can lead and guide God's people. And God told him, since you didn't ask for wealth and fame and fortune, I'm going to give you all of that. And I'm going to give you the wisdom too. That's just how great God is. That gives you more than what you asked for. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So find out, what is that one thing? What's that one thing? What's that one thing? And don't think that it's crazy to ask. Don't think that you're too old to ask. Don't think that that ship has sailed. What is that one thing that you really desire in your life? Think about it. That one thing. And if it's sobriety, that one thing could change everything. If it's to be totally clean, that one thing could change everything. For some of us, our problems, our addictions, has been the one thing that has held us down, that has hindered us to be totally free from being under the influence of some substance, being liberated from whatever that thing is that has been taking control over your life, being liberated from a substance could be the greatest gift that you could ever receive. Because once you got your mind back, once you have control over your own thoughts, nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you. Because you can control your life with your thoughts. And if our mind is now free to think positive, powerful, if our mind is now free to have creative, positive thoughts, if our mind is clear and sober and sharp, there's nothing that can stop us, nothing that can hinder us. With a sober, made up mind, you're unstoppable. Unstoppable. So tonight, if there's anyone needing that serenity, maybe some drama going on in your home, you want peace in your home. If peace in your home is what you desire, some lot of things that could be happening, peace, be still. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So, just glad to be able to have this opportunity tonight. Sit down, talk with you. Just remember, you have the ability to control your own life. No one or nothing has authority over you. You have been given the power. Scripture says you have been given the power. We have been given the power to obtain wealth, health, and it's God's desire, and what's your desire. So we're grateful tonight. We're thankful tonight. And I'm hoping that we would all think about it clearly, pray on it, meditate on it. Meditate, meaning focusing your energy, channeling. Meditation is just focused energy. A lot of people say, I don't know how to meditate. I don't know how to meditate. If you know how to worry, if you like worrying, you're always worrying, that's meditating. Worrying is just meditating on a problem. And
On
normally,
fear.
what's that, John?
Meditating on fear really to overtake the other possibilities other than the worst case scenario.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we know how to meditate. We meditate real good. You know, meditation on fear is like what John said, always thinking that the worst is gonna happen. And usually when we sit back and we do that, when it really comes down to it, we sit back and we thought it was gonna be so bad, when it actually comes down to the thing actually coming to pass, it wasn't as bad as we actually thought it was. It's like
Right.
if a person said, and I heard someone say this, if someone said we're gonna go skydiving tomorrow, you would spend that whole night just, and if you've never been, you would be so afraid. You would start planning on all these worst case scenarios that's gonna happen in the process of skydiving. But once you actually, but I've never been skydiving, and this was told by a person who said that this would happen to them, that they were so afraid. But at the moment when they actually jumped out of the plane and they started just free falling, they start realizing just how beautiful it really was. They had no thoughts of dying or anything of that nature. And when it was all over with, they said, I spent that whole night worrying, all upset, couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, thinking all these negative things was gonna happen. And now that it's over, I realized I was one of the most exhilarating experiences I ever had in my life. What was I worried about? And that's what we do. We worry about this, we worry about that, and then sometimes we think we need to pick up something to calm off. If you never would have picked up, you'll realize it wasn't that bad. I didn't even need to pick it up. Because even though you picked it up, that didn't stop the situation from happening. Whatever was going to happen anyway. Picking up just caused you to lose your power and authority over your own self, caused you to be mastered by your emotions. And that's what happens. Don't let something as small as a pebble, a peel, master you. Don't let something that can be poured in a bottle master you. You have the power and the authority. The Creator has given us power and authority over everything on this earth. We are created in His image. Nothing can master us. We have the authority over all things on this earth. So remember that. So meditate. Think about the goodness and the awesomeness of the Father who loves you, who lives in you, who's in you, working through you for your good. And if you've been with us for now, for this hour, I really want to thank you. Really want to let you know how much we appreciate you. Want to let you know that this is just some time that whatever you could have been doing or thinking about that you was going to do, you could just chime in just to reflect and listen. In the future, we want you to be able to send us your emails and your comments. If you have any questions, uh, please don't hesitate. You can send to my personal email, Gregory Espy at sbcglobal.net. Um, and next week we'll have John is going to have some abilities for you to, while we're actually airing, you'll be able to, if you have any comments or any questions,
Absolutely.
you'll be able to send those questions and comments in. We'll read them. If you have questions, we'll actually take your questions, get the answers for you. When you follow back the next week, we'll answer those questions for you. Um, we'll also
Yeah.
let you know that this is going to actually qualify for any meetings that you may need to have, whether they're for whatever issues that they are. That's one of the things we want to let you know, that this is what this is all about. It's not uh, about one particular uh, issue. It's for everything. Everybody has something that they're dealing with, that we're dealing with. I don't care if it's um, alcohol, drugs, kleptomaniacs, uh, depression, anxiety, shopaholics, workaholics, anything that we're doing excessively that's self-destructing is something that we want to eliminate from our lives. We want to take control over that. And the reason why we're doing those things is because we don't have peace in our life, and we're working so hard to try to find some sort of serenity through either the work, smoking, drinking, sexing, texting, video game. And do you realize that the government now has, and the medical profession now has said that gaming is now officially, video gaming is now, excessive video gaming has now become a disorder. And our children are playing video games for hours and hours and hours as a method of dealing with their depression and their anxiety. Video gaming has become a coping tool for so many people now. It helps them to escape from reality, and that's being mastered by something. And we may say, "Oh, well, it's just video gaming. It's better than them being outside." Well, video gaming, prolonged exposure to the video screens, it makes your eyes go bad. And we look at young people today. So many of them won't go outside. They're not getting exercise. They're staying in dark rooms, becoming more depressed. They're not. They're having back problems. So,
I got a funny story about that.
what's that, John?
There was some kids who they played like that Call of Duty game like religiously. Like they were some top dogs in the game, and they were playing against somebody else who was like really competitive, and they actually had called the cops on the other people so that the cops would come to the other people's house and interrupt their game so that they would lose. And they got in all sorts of trouble.
Wow.
I forget the details. It was like some super, like whatever they called it. It was like a SWAT team came to that person's house because they falsely reported, like that they had a bomb or something like that, and they did it just so they could beat them in the game.
That's that's excessive. And see, I mean, it doesn't matter, man. Anything that controls us, we'll lose our minds over. Like I said, we don't want to be mastered by anything other than God. And we don't even want to be no religious fanatic about that. We want to have balance. We want to have balance. And that's what we're talking about. Serenity. So just calmness and stillness. Um, be looking throughout the week. Yes, we're gonna have the shows on Saturday, but um, moving forward, John will be putting things up throughout the week. So if you just Google Serenity Night Live 101, there will be uh, videos that will be posted throughout the week. So we're really looking forward to you tuning in with us. I hope you had fun tonight. I hope this was helpful for someone. Maybe someone was thinking about, some self-destructive things, and maybe just having somebody just here to talk to was a help. But we love you. We appreciate you. We look forward to speaking with you again, chiming in with you again. Um, Remember, keep all your thoughts positive. Know that your Father loves you. We're speaking into your life, health, and prosperity.